have picked up support, Vengeful Spirit, very reliable. Her swap allows you to save an ally or reposition an enemy. Deals her magic missile is a great nuke, good stun, point and click, easy. Vengeance Aura provides a nice damage boost to the team, and Wave of Terror,
10
Armor
seconds
Shred
remaining.
to help secure objectives like Roshan.
Reserve time.
Tidehunter.
So Lemon Snoker is grabbing Tidehunter, a hero Flippy Fish
Radiant
actually have
team
used quite
pick.
often themselves. This hero, another very reliable hero.
War Chief.
And Flippy Fish going right back for their Centaur
Dire
War
team
Runner.
ban.
So far, both teams are, I think, really well-rounded. You have a lot of control from both sides. Ravage, Magic Missile for Lemon Snow Cones, and Stomp, even by itself, is a great stun from Centaur. And the Slow from the Lich, also very
10
useful for
seconds remaining.
against immobile heroes like Vengeful Spirit and Tidehunter. And a lot of, I think, more damage right
5
now from
seconds
Flippy Fish.
remaining.
But again, it's just the first two heroes, so I'm sure we'll see both drafts develop quite a bit as we go on.
Radiant team ban.
So Lifestealer and Mirana banned,
Dire
respectively.
team ban.
And now Slark also removed again. So
Radiant team
Flippy
ban.
Fish, they proved that they can really use that Centaur. Clint Bigwood actually played phenomenally on it. Had some beautiful stuns. I think
Dire team.
it can't be overstated how high impact. In the last game, Lemon Snowcones were beating on the Ancient, but Clint Bigwood on the Centaur and
Radiant
Gomibako
team
on the Spirit Breaker were able to slow the enemy team down long enough for their team to respawn. And now Lemon Snowcones grabbing Luna, even more big team fight for them. This hero, her ultimate does so much damage.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Sorry, again, I'm a
Reserve
little
time.
shaky. Got a voice like a smoker now. Ugh. Give me just a sec, guys. I'll be sipping water intermittently throughout this draft, especially during the downtime. But I will go over really quickly after this next pick what the pick means for Flippy Fish and Lemon Snow Cones, and I'll take a brief moment to talk about the Morphling ban.
Dire team pick.
Drow Ranger.
Continuing the trend of lane-dominating heroes, Flippy Fish pick up the
Radiant
Ogre
team
Magi, a
pick.
great hero. Very tanky, lots of harass in lane. Bloodlust helps your core scale and come online a little faster. A good stun, a good reliable stun, and potentially very high burst damage. But Lemon Snow Cones, I'm seeing a trend here.
10
So
seconds remaining.
this is interesting thing about this draft, and they could Lemon Snow Cones could end this game
5 seconds
very, very early with this draft. So they have Vengeance Aura, which provides a damage bonus to
Reserve
all
time.
nearby heroes. They have Lunar Blessing, which provides bonus damage to all nearby heroes. And then Precision Aura, which adds bonus damage to all ranged attacks from heroes just across the map. So if these three heroes are near enough to each other to benefit from all three auras, the damage that they're going to be gaining from them is ridiculous. It's going to be absolutely ludicrous. And Flippy Fish, I mean, I think they have decent tools to deal with it, because Lich can get Frost Armor or Ice Armor, which will reduce physical damage they take and apply an attack speed slow and a movement speed slow
Spirit.
to the Lemon Snowcone heroes.
Dire team ban.
So I think it's okay, but I think the later the game goes, I'm sure they'll get a Vladimir's offering to get another damage aura. So not surprised. I wouldn't be surprised to see Lemon Snowcones group up early. Pretty much as
10
soon as
seconds
Ravage comes
remaining.
online, they'll go to fight. Storm Spirit, though, one of Ninja Snail's signature
5
heroes,
seconds
and
remaining.
in the last game we saw that Ninja Snail can really put in work on his heroes. So we'll see
Radiant
what the
team
one
ban.
position played by Max Hot Cow will bring. I think Drow will mid, but I think that's a Storm Spirit favored lane. Because the lanes for Lemon Snowcones are going to be
10 seconds
interesting,
remaining.
because Drow Ranger and Luna both want to go to the safe lane. Because Drow Ranger in the
5
mid lane
seconds
against
remaining.
the Lich and Ogre Magi could find herself getting ganked very, very often, and
Radiant
she dies
team
very
pick.
fast. Even with rotations, she could die very, very quickly. She's immobile, she's slow, she has her silence, which is great, but it might not be enough in a lot of these situations, especially if she's initiated on with a Fire Blast, then an Ice Frost Blast.
10 seconds remaining.
Yep. Fire Blast and Frost Blast. This is one word, and this is
5
two.
seconds remaining.
Inconsistencies, Valve. But then she could be pulled by the Storm Spirit, slowed by the Storm Spirit,
Reserve time.
slowed by the Ogre Magi's Ignite spell. Lots of damage coming out, and I don't know that she has the bulk to survive. But Lemon Snowcones, I think if they snowball into early objective, just like 1 or 2 kills, get Ravaged, they can very easily snowball into early objectives with all of their damage auras. Just providing so much gold value to their team for free with those auras. So Lemon Snowcones, though, as per any Drow Ranger lineup, it's got its window of opportunity. I think if Flippy Fish can survive 25 to 35 minutes, then they will for sure secure the game, or if they just win the lanes. Like, if Flippy Fish are the ones to secure the lanes and push into early objectives, then Lemon Snowcone's strategy is kind of fallen apart.
Anti-mage.
I know Flippy Fish gonna grab an anti-mage.
Dire team pick.
Interesting pick, and it's another late game hero. And this really is interesting how Lemon Snowcones is gonna lane now. They just picked Invoker, another mid hero. So Invoker's definitely going mid, but I'm a little curious as to kind of how the rest of the laning situation goes. They have a decent strategy, and I'm sorry, once again timed out, but they might not have time to execute it. They could just lose all of those lanes. We'll see how it goes. I think Flippy Fish definitely have the stronger lanes by far. But I think as with any greedy draft, Lemon Snowcones do have an opportunity to really accelerate into a very, very strong advantage. And if they do get 1 or 2 towers really early, they can push really, really hard into this game and just snowball out of control before Flippy Fish have time to come online, because Storm Spirit and Anti-Mage both take quite a bit of time to... They both want items before they really, really, really want... before they want to start fighting. And now Invoker is starting to chant. After that last game, it looks like they are a little triggered, as the Vengeful Spirit has just said. Sorry about this weird lighting thing going on. I don't know what it is, but... So Tidehunter has disconnected. I'm going to take this time to take a sip of water so I don't, choke on my own air breathing. Okay. So now to introduce the teams, we have Tar playing the Invoker. He'll be going mid. Aegisworn on the Vengeful Spirit. Ziggy playing Luna Snapped on that Drow Ranger. And Bree, who played Disruptor last game on the Tidehunter. So I wonder if it's going to be a support Tidehunter, which is really, really greedy, but it's probably the best option for them for another support. Then on the side of Flippy Fish, we have Max Hotcount playing the Anti-Mate. And Booty Stank on Ogre Magi. Clint Bigwood playing Centaur, once again an encore performance for him. Ninja Snail playing the Storm Spirit, and then Lich being headed up by Gomibako, the team captain. What a spooky guy. Is that like a cloak, or is it chains, or it's supposed to be a cloak? I just don't know. So like once again, Dire will be going for a, wow, that is a lot of damage added to these heroes just at the very start of the game. That's really crazy. That's 23 bonus damage, so 14 from her and some number, so 9 from Drow. and he's getting this massive damage from just auras. Like, their right clicks are going to be really, really hard. Invoker already hitting for 70 damage. It's going to be a very annoying lane for this Storm Spirit to try to last it up against. But I think he'll be able to do it. Booty Snake on 2 mangoes, just going for full regen here. I think she should have got at least 1 clarity, but now Max Hot Cow. I think this is a pretty easy. It's 2 here. So if it was just the Tide. See if he's going to be able to get the CS, but no, he does get denied. So interesting little, very interesting lanes coming out from Lemon Snow Cones. I think the Lich off lane is something that is really standard. It's going to get a lot of levels for both these heroes. Max, I don't think he's in any danger of dying. And one thing to note is actually how poor the crowd control of Lemon Snow Cones is at the start of this game. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, looks like they're doing just fine, but Tar also not doing bad either. So, I think what I want to talk about is, in this laning situation, the way Invoker is skilling is Quas Exor, which is a much more damage-oriented build than as he skilled up Quas Wexor. Very rarely will we see Wexort Invoker, but I think this means Ninja Snail, there is some kill potential here. The Forge Spirits do a fair bit of damage, and Invoker himself does a lot of right-click damage with this build, has more crowd control. Luna CSing very, very well at this stage of the game, and here's one thrown out. That magic is trying to harass Goemon, but nothing much really going to come of it. A double damage rune sits at the bot lane, and a bounty rune up at top. We'll see who goes for what runes. Last hitting again fairly even, but this Luna is having a pretty good time. Mibako trying to zone people out, wants to get a Frost Blast cast off, but unable to do so. So, last hit-wise, it's fairly even again. We saw this last game. I think if anyone makes a move in the early game, it'll be Flippy Fish. A lot of crowd control, and Booty Snake already grabbing a point in that Bloodlust. She recognizes that this is a pretty weak lane and a very greedy one, so she can pressure. I wouldn't be surprised to hear go over an Orb of Venom as another item, and yep, there it is. She has that orb, so applying even slows on her auto attacks. I think though they do need to pull. They need to make sure that Animage is able to farm very, very safely here. Ogre Magi has so much health regen, 6 per second, so taking a bit of damage is no concern of his. And now Max is even with this Luna, but I don't know how long that'll be the case if they don't pull. They really, really need to secure the lane for this anti-mage. He's going to be very important. If he doesn't scale, if they don't get him a couple items before fights start breaking out, it can become a very difficult game. Still coming out, a Lucent Beam also coming out. And now Double Edge, but looks like Goemon will be just fine as Tango's still going, and Bigwood popping his salve, but breaking it on creeps on accident. So both of them very, very low. They need to be extremely careful here in this lane. A lot of burst from a Magic Missile and a Lucent Beam. Definitely could be lethal. Now Invoker actually is caught up really nicely in terms of last hits. Able to last hit well under tower with the help of that Forge Spirit. Mibako does so much damage here. Now with the Vengeance Aura, Moon has 33 extra damage. So Vengeance Aura is 12%, 9, and that's 14, so quite a bit of damage. But now Tar is pulling a bit ahead of this Storm Spirit, and Animage also falling a little bit behind the Luna. So lane's going decently in favor of Lemon Snow Cones in terms of just last hits. In fact, this Invoker is getting very, very far ahead, and now Booty Stank very low. It looks like she will very probably be going down here, but oh man, the jukes! She's able to slip away from them, but oh man, maybe a big mispathing, and she couldn't really make up her mind on where she was going to go, and I think if she had just walked this way, she would have gotten to safety, or if she had committed on going this way, she would have been okay. Unfortunately, she does go down, so first blood going the way of Lemon Snow Cones. They got to be really happy with that. They're not completely shutting down this anti-mage, which is a good sign for Flippy Fish. Again, the anti-mage, even if he does get good farm, it takes him a lot longer to come online, to really start to contribute in a serious way than like a Drow Ranger. And now Lich actually finding a kill on the Luna. That's a massive kill. Losing Ogre Magi is not nearly as bad as losing your Luna. So a great kill for Flippy Fish up in this top lane. And Clint Bigwood sitting at level 5 now. Luna is level 3, just about level 4. In the mid lane. Now is still behind in last hits from this Invoker, whose right clicks are very, 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 very hard, thanks to all the auras he's getting, and this. He's hitting for over 100 damage each right click. Ninja Snail certainly feeling it, and that's definitely why he's struggling in this laning stage, but he's not terribly far behind, and now Anti-Mage actually catching up to that Invoker. Starting to put the push on. She really wants to kill this tower. If they can get some early objectives, then they really, really are going to start building an advantage. Looks like Lich running around trying to maybe help out here in this mid lane. Knows that the Storm Spirit is struggling a bit, and will also be able to give some solo experience to the Centaur, get him his level 6, so they can start making some aggressive plays with Stampede, because although Lemon Snow Cones do a lot of damage, their heroes are incredibly immobile. This tower, I don't think it's long for this world. It's taking a lot of damage. Now Stampede coming out, and they go in, Storm Spirit finding a kill, and now the Drow Ranger also going to be going down, so 2 heroes dead at that bot lane. It's now 3-1. Flippy Fish starting to try to stifle the Lemon Snow Cones draft. A lot of rotations, but definitely worth it, although Invoker trying to push in this middle tower. He's level 7. Storm Spirit, though, was a part of 2 kills, so he's certainly not behind. Now the Hastings throwing someone in. Tomi Bako coming in as well. Slow up on this Invoker. He does not have Ghost Block. He's not going to be able to go invisible away from this. And now Ninja Snail just needs one more right click, and that'll do the trick. Invoker going to go down in the mid lane. So Flippy Fish finding themselves 3 great kills across the map in just a minute. Now Ogre Magi has gone to the top lane. Max feeling pretty safe. Looks like he's going to go for Power Treads and maybe either Vanguard or he's going for a Battle Fury. I've seen Vanguard and Battle Fury. We can't really tell right away from what he's got, but either is good.
Radiant's top tower has been denied.
And so, although the top tower did just die, it was denied though, and that just means less gold went to Lemon Snow Cones. They still got gold for the tower, but a fair bit less. I want to say almost 100, like 75 less, so about half as much as they normally would. There's a double damage at bot rune. I want to get silenced now. It looks like Drow Ranger trying to rotate towards the mid lane. She's just level 5 though, so doesn't have that marksmanship agility that adds so much to her damage output. And now Drow Ranger here joined by the Venture Spirit. Level 4 on this Tide Hunter. They're just going to try to defend their tower. Now Stampede coming in. Be careful with silence going out onto the Storm Spirit. Now great Chain Flush doing tons of damage. The Drow Ranger will be going down. And now looks like they're really getting anyone else. Zip coming in from the Storm Spirit. Ninja Snail, he's out for blood. He wants some vengeance. Or I guess not vengeance, just blood. Retribution. I'm not sure. But he shouldn't be able to get a kill here. And if he keeps chasing, he might actually lose his own life. Magic Missile. No mana for it. Careful, Pulse not coming out. Taking a lot of damage from the Storm Spirit. Max coming in, pops the Mana Void, but didn't do very much damage at all, but he blinked in aggressively. Now he doesn't have any mana to blink out. 1 second, and then he will. Fire Blast and the Frost Blast coming out, trying to slow enemy heroes up, and now Tide Hunter trying to, heal himself up, but denied that from Max, and now Max silenced, and this could be a very dead anti-mage, but Blink is up, and blinks to safety, so Lemon Snow Cone's not able to find any kills off of that, but a bunch of low health Flippy Fish heroes, and Flippy Fish are executing very well at this stage of the game. They know that they can't just let Lemon Snow Cones get towers like this. They can't let Lemon Snow Cones get objectives. They know that it will happen, but they're not going to let it happen for free. Luna pops that Lucid Beam. She has her ultimate. She really wants to pop that, wants to bring down that Storm Spirit. Now another teleport coming in from the Ogre Magi. Really wanting to try to defend as if they can. And go onto the Invoker. His attack speed also reduced. His tower very, very low. Now Zip coming in from the Storm Spirit, trying to get his 500. He will be able to, but now he's going to go down to the Luna. Her ult doing so much damage, and now it looks like Gomibako also going to go down. The Luna too fast. Will probably be able to get that one toss off that she needs, and he's trying to run away, but nope, not able to get there. And a double kill for the Luna and a tier 2 tower, and a tier 1 tower, I should say. So a great fight for Lemon Snow Cones, able to find a few really good kills for them. So if we take a look at the overall net worth, it is a little over 1k in favor of Lemon Snow Cones. And looking at the net worth of individual heroes, this Invoker and this Luna are doing great. But Luna is only a little bit ahead of the Storm Spirit. Anti-Mage is... he really needs to... I'm not sure what he's building next, but he needs to start getting... he really needs to secure farm. 5 heroes are here. They know that the Vengeful Spirit is down here. She is level 6. Tidehunter is not level 6, but it's very close, and the Invoker has disconnected, so it looks like we do have a pause. And again, I want to mention the damage auras these heroes have when they are grouped up like this is a massive contribution. Invoker is gaining 24 damage from the Drow Ranger and 14 damage. So that is 38 extra damage thanks to these auras. And the gold value on that is insane. If we take a look, I think the closest item is Sacred Relic, gives 60. Demon Edge gives 46. So 2000 Stampede going in at the bot lane. They get the silence, but it's going to be enough. Storm Spirit zipping in. Chain Frost. They're all so close together. This could be devastating as they're able to get away briefly, but the bounces, they're not going quite where they want to, but they still bring down one hero. Tidehunter is very, very out of position, but I don't think they can really quite get to him. Snail out of mana and getting very, very low. He needs to run away to Ravage. Strong Tidehunter managed to find level 6 in the middle of that fight. Next Hotgirl though gets a double kill, getting down the Vengeful Spirit, but Booty Saint gonna go down. She tosses out the slow. Maybe trying to buy some time for her team, and now Cold Snap coming out onto the Anti-Mage, and he's trying to get out here. He's very, very low, but I don't think he's gonna get out of this one. He needs to get some mana, and he's not quite gonna get it. He's blocked up, and he's gonna go down to 4 for 2 exchange. That Ravage came online at the perfect time for Lemon Snow Cones, and Flippy Fish. They're starting to, I think they're underestimating the damage that just is dealt from just right-clicking. Although they do deny that second tower, so that's helpful, but like I said, this is a very snowbally draft coming out from Lemon Snow Cones, so they're building a really big advantage really quickly, and it'll be incredibly hard for Flippy Fish to come back into the game if they don't start to stem the flow or, to stop losing these fights and maybe just try to give themselves a little bit of time to farm up and maybe just disengage. I think if you're not losing fights and not giving away too many objectives against this Lemon Snow Cones draft, they're in a good position. But if they keep losing fights and giving away objectives, then they're really in serious trouble. And I think Lemon Snow Cones, speaking of objectives, should head towards Roshan soon. They have so much damage that it would be very, very easy to do with the damage coming out. Storm Spirit trying to find someone, and they get the Vengeful Spirit, but will they get anyone else? They need to be careful. Luna's ult comes out. Ninja Snail absolutely obliterated by that Eclipse, and Ziggity just putting in work. He's 4, 1, and 3. This Luna starting to pull ahead very, very fast. Storm Spirit was doing pretty well in net worth, but no longer. He's starting to fall behind a little bit. Max Hotcow, though, is starting to get some items. He's going for his Battle Fury. Hopefully he has it soon. I think he's about 2k gold away from it. So not super close, but not super far either. Now, in Lemon Snow Cones, they know what their draft's meant to do. They're pushing in mid and trying to get some objectives. Still in even greater advantage. Now the big one in serious trouble. The Cold Snap magic comes out, finishes them off. Or, no, that wasn't a magic, it was just a right click, and he was way too far forward. So much damage from these heroes when they're all close together. 50 added damage to each of them. Only 25 to the Tide because he does not benefit from the Precision Aura. And Max trying to get a tower of his own. But, I mean, Lemon Snow Cones, what's stopping them from pushing more? Oh, and a swap on Ninja's Note. He jumps back, dodges the silence, so he's okay for now, but they can't stop the push. They have no wave clear abilities. They're doing everything they can, but it's incredibly difficult. Storm Spirit just teleporting back. He's just fine now. And Snow Cone might back off. Max still farming. He can't join the fight just yet. This game going to be much, much rougher for Flippy Fish. XP is very even, but gold graph is steadily going down in favor of some Snow Cones. Now picking up a Necronomicon on the Invoker, so even faster pushing now. And it's a rank 2 Necronomicon, so with those minions, they push even more. I mean, there's not a lot to say here. I mean, Flippy Fish, they just don't have any wave clear. They can't stop the push. They throw out the Vigil. Oh, Ravage Bow connecting. The bounces doing some damage here. They need this to do more. They have to find someone with a stomp. It misses. And now Guibako very, very low. They kill off the Vengeful Spirit, but that's all they have. And now the Lucid Beam, not quite able to connect. So the Favor will be able to get away. They get 2 heroes, but isn't going to be enough. They get 1 pick. They get a tier 1 tower at that lane as well. So slightly in their favor, but they're still losing this tier 3 tower. It's only 15 minutes, and already racks are getting hit by Lemon Snow Cones. Now that her ult pop, they need to focus down Ziggity. Ziggity could be this. It's probably going to go down here. Nanowood comes out, does very little damage. Quimpigwood missing his stomp. Ziggity trying to get away. They need to bring down at least one of these other heroes. You know, moving forward, has the pull, so he brings that stop to teleport away by the Luna. And now Invoker, they need to find him moving forward from Ninja Snill as well. He finds the Invoker, and now the slow from the Ignite. He's stunned up. They don't have any vision. There's no detection here. They know that he's nearby because they are slowed, and now they pop the ward, but he's not able to. And yep, they get the Frost Blast off, and a good set of kills for them. Actually, phenomenal. I think Lemon Snow Cones greatly overstaying their welcome, feeding away those kills. But Lemon Snow Cones, you can't underestimate how much of an advantage having cleared a tier 3 tower at 15 minutes is. They absolutely destroyed those objectives, and that's the point of Lemon Snow Cones draft. LSC, I should probably start calling it. That's way easier to say. They just dominate in the early game. They kill objectives really, really quickly. But again, I think if Flippy Fish survive for another 10 to 15 minutes, that they will be able to win this game. But I think before then, it's going to be incredibly difficult. They don't have a Blink Dagger on their Centaur yet, so they can't get those Blink Stomps. We saw Clint miss a ton of those Stomps, but Bree with that Ravage doing so much work, and the smoke coming out from them and Snow Cones. They have a ward here, so they know they can find someone, and if they pick off this Lich, it's really bad. They need the Chain Frost to stem to help them win these fights, and Gummibako has no idea what's coming, and he is in serious trouble. He's trying to 1, but he gets swapped back and absolutely destroyed. And now, Lemon Snow Cones could just push this mid tower and try to claim some barracks. Max just gonna push. He has the teleport scroll if he's needed. I think it's just so hard to fight if you're Flippy Fish. Like, when do you really engage is the question they gotta be asking themselves. Because Ravage is up now, so it's going to be incredibly difficult to win a team fight.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I think this is an interesting choice to do this kind of warding. It kind of overlaps a lot.
Tower is under attack.
Now Magic is way too far forward. She gets out with silence, and now they put something out. Ravage as well, so much damage. All these heroes getting beat up, and now the Chain Frost, and this could very well just be the game. I mean, they're losing so many heroes so quickly. They've got 4 dead already, and they only bring down 1, and that's a lane of racks at 18 minutes lost for Flippy Fish, and this is devastating for them.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Another massive gold swing going the way of Lemon Snow Cones, and wow, this is a very rough game for Flippy Fish. Again, I think if they just don't lose the game in the next 7 to like 13 minutes, if they can get to the 30-minute mark, get another item on their anti-mage who just died, which is really, really bad for him, and Storm Spirit also has nothing at this point, then perhaps they can come back into the game. But the way that Lemon Snow Cones are snowballing, now going for Roshan, it's gonna be, it's hard to say. And Tar not getting in there, he needs some movement in there so that they can damage him. It's gonna be. I think Flippy Fish know that this is happening, but it's gonna be hard to contest. Just look how quickly this Rotom is dying. All of the right-click damage from these guys. Yeah.
Immortality.
Flippy Fish are spotted out. Great wards from Lemon Snow Cones. Just really heavily outplaying Flippy Fish in this game, I think. I don't think the Animage was the right call here. It was great for the late game, but they really need to be able to fight. Something with good wave clear. I'm not sure. Gyrocopter might have been okay, but they just don't have the wave clear right now to stop Lemon Snow Cones from just pushing. They don't have very good, and it's hard for them to initiate too, because if Storm balls in and gets hit by the gust, he's dead. He dies so fast. All of these heroes hitting very, very hard with their right clicks. The Vengeful Spirit herself doing well over 100 damage, and Invoker could be doing close to 200 damage. The Frost Armor is helping to stop things, but it only delays the inevitable. With only a Battle Fury on this Animage, she's just not ready to fight. Looking at the net worth of these heroes, Storm Spirit is so far behind, and even Animage 1k behind the Luna and the Invoker. They have to get some kind of pick off or find a fight without the Rapids, but it's going to be so hard to do that. Now Roll coming in, he's just trying to clear the wave with a nice cheeky TP trick. And again, lots of great aggressive ward coverage coming from Lemon Snow Cones. Flippy Fish, a good Chain Frost and a good Stomp could set up the fight for them, but with an Aegis on the side of Lemon Snow Cones, the level 3 Necro creeps as well, it's so difficult to actually make this happen. 100 bonus damage coming in. Flippy does not have Blink Dagger yet, so Ravage coming out. Just going down the Eclipse, doing a lot of damage. Stomp, and they were trying to get some damage. Buyback from the Lich, but it doesn't look like enough. This is a very difficult fight, and now another buyback on the from Clint Bigwood, and it's still so difficult. They've only killed the Aegis. Draw Ranger still here, still alive, and that tower dead. And without the Blink Dagger on this Centaur, it's almost impossible for Flippy Fish to actually get an engagement off. He is the sole engager on their team. I guess the Storm Spirit as well, but again, he just dies so quickly. The damage from this auras are massive. Vengeful Spirit hitting for 150 damage, 200 damage on Luna, 260 damage on the Jar Ranger, and 240 damage for the Invoker. Just absolutely incredible amounts of damage here at just 22 minutes. Now Sorcerer's just trying to zip, doing the TP trick. Now he's sinking very, very low, just overextended really hard. Goes down now, swap on Gummy Box, he's trying to get out of here. Magic Missile comes out, they might be able to get the Spirit. Like they are able to kill off the bench, but all four cores still alive, although it's almost 4. The Tide Hunter popping out next keeps them healthy, and this could just be the game. I don't see Flippy Fish's way back into this. They've given up so many objectives. They've lost 2 lanes of racks in just 23 minutes, and if we look at the net worth, it's already 15,000 gold in favor of Lemon Snow Cones. I'm really curious about this Animage pick, just from a strategic standpoint. It makes sense that you would want it because you have Storm Spirit, and Animage's ultimate is Mana Void, which does damage based on the mana that a hero is missing to everyone around that hero. Storm Spirit has a lot of mana, and it's often very, very low on his mana, so it can be massive damage coming out there. And it's a great counter to Storm Spirit, but it